Hello, this is Brett Knowles from PM Squared Consulting. This video is a very quick overview of what OKRs are, and they're intended for an executive leadership perspective. Now, OKRs really are a multifaceted tool. They're all about strategy execution, and therefore each member of the executive team are going to see it offering different benefits. So the CEO is going to see this as a tool that allows us to get clear and aligned on what our strategic objectives and priorities are. Whereas HR might see it as a tool to eliminate those painful annual performance reviews and replace them with more frequent, less formal performance conversations. Sales might see this as a way to get alignment between marketing, sales, and operations, and so forth. So each of you are going to see a different benefit from using OKRs because, again, it's just about strategy execution, and each of you have a different need around executing strategy. The principle behind OKRs are this. We should be able to take any organization's mission and break that down to what do I need to do this year, my strategic goals, and take each strategic goal and break it down to what do I need to do this quarter, and then take those down to say, what are the key results? What would I see more of or less of as I move towards each objective? So these are basically the KPIs you currently use, but in context. Not just a KPI, but a KPI specifically linked to a very clear objective. And then those key results, of course, inform us of what activities we need to do to get those key results in aid of that quarterly objective to take us towards the annual strategic goal aligned with our mission vision. So we're basically taking that long-term view and breaking it down to what I need to do this year, what I need to do this quarter, what do I need to do this day. And as we go down, of course, we become more granular, more specific, more clear. Now, the benefits of this are pretty obvious, and I'll describe those in a second. I just want to talk about the word OKR. OKRs just come from objective and key results, OKR. So they're really just focusing in on this quicker cadence of business that we now need. Now, this year with COVID-19, we recognize that in many instances, even updating your strategy once a quarter is not frequent enough. Many of our clients have had 4 or 5 strategy updates already this year as we react to the ebbs and flows of COVID. So what are the key benefits? Well, the key benefits our clients tell us are the ability to accurately cascade strategy down. 80% of strategies fail, according to our research at Harvard, because people actually day-to-day aren't doing those activities. Through OKRs, we can be very clear about what each department does, what each team does, what each group does, which each individual does. However low down you want to cascade it. And the feedback loop. Not only in the planning phase can we respond with what we think we're capable of doing with the resources we're given, but on a daily, weekly basis, we can give you feedback on how well we're performing. This top-down, bottom-up, continuous cycle is what we call agile for management, because it means that as soon as you hit a pressure point or a tripwire, you can refresh the strategy, realign the organization, and have people quickly moving in the new direction. So what is an OKR? It's really straightforward. It's just a verb, noun, key result, target, and date. So I'll give you an example for a helpline, a call center in a software company. Obviously, if you hit a bug in the software, you're no longer productive. So the objective is to increase productivity. The key result is call to closure cycle time, target 4.5 minutes in that first quarter. So it's kind of a smart metric. Now, we want you to be more specific in the key result, not just what my annual target is, but I want to be break it down by quarter. So in this case, we plan to shave a little bit off in Q2. A miracle happens in Q3. We're going to cut it in half, and then a marginal improvement. So OKR, objective, key result, plotted out by quarter, or whatever the appropriate drumbeat is for your business. Now, the issue is this, that nothing in organizations get done within your department or your silo. So we now need to begin capturing the cross-functional nature of work. So in this instance, to get that call to closure cycle time, we're going to train our call center operators in our 10 products. And this is the training platform we plan on having. So now I've captured what the call center is doing and what a different department, HR, is doing. There's a third activity that's going to go on. These two are what we call run the business activities. We now need to change the business activity, a transformation, a project. In this case, we're going to use IT to program the phone switch. And so the PBX will now route a call based on your phone number and what products you have. They're going to design it in Q1, develop in Q2, launch it in Q3, stabilize in Q4. So you can see where they change the business key result. We do that by milestone. It's not a smart metric, it's milestone based. And it's the fact that we launch this in Q3 in combination with critical mass of training that makes this miracle occur. Now we've captured the cross-functional nature of work. We can make sure that if these projects are on time, ahead of time, or behind, we understand the domino effect across the organization. But that's all it is. These are things that exist in your business already. You already have the strategy. You already have an abundance of KPIs. In fact, you only see about 7% of the data that's out there. Inside your organization is the wisdom to understand that cross-functional nature of work. And so that's all OKRs are. To put them in, it's not difficult because you have those building blocks. Literally, if it were, a one-week workshop, on Monday we work with the leadership team to capture the strategy and strategic priorities, the existing strategy. Tuesday, we work with your direct reports to identify where are the critical performance nodes, exactly where does each process or department support the overall strategy. And we can do this with systems thinking, mathematics. Then what we do is, once we've identified where those black boxes are, we're going to identify what the objectives are that cover those black boxes, what the specific key results are, who owns them, what those targets are by quarter, and even where the cross-functional support is we need to gain success. On day 4, then we just go ahead and build put it into some system of record, an OKR tool, and then Friday we turn it on. We launch it on Friday and begin teaching you how to run more effective meetings using OKRs. So simple process. It's not complicated. 5 days. We can do it in 5 days because we're living off all sorts of existing structures, your existing strategy, your existing metrics, your existing knowledge of processes. So that's it. I hope this has been useful to you to understand what OKRs are, how they get built, and what the benefits might be inside your organization. Thanks for your time.